Welcome to our site session videos. Today's topic is all about budgeting. Budgeting, and the way we break it falls into 5 buckets. This is one of the analogies that I use with all my clients. 5 buckets. Bucket number 1 is your budget bucket. That's every dollar that you would like and comfortably you put in there towards your dream home. Bucket number 2 is design and approvals. This is everything we need to do in terms of paperwork, architectural, drafting, and demolition cost. If it's a knockdown rebuild, if it's not, then you're winning because you can save that money towards your build. Bucket number 3 is selections and upgrades. This is everything to do with your personal touches to make the home your personal home. This is to do with finishes, floor covering, tile selections, accessories, joinery, and the list goes on. There's about 100 line items in every custom home that you literally have an input in. Bucket number 4 is construction cost. This is for the built area. The built area is calculated between the porch and the alfresco. Everything in between is the built area, is where the builder has all the control. If they have the right specification and documentation, then you're good to go. You're on a winning project and a successful build. Bucket number 5 is landscaping. Landscaping is everything to do with driveways, grass, boundary fences, front fence, mailbox, and swimming pools. Now, with each of those buckets, they get fed from the first top bucket, which is your budget bucket. Now, there's a critical element that needs to go into here. What's called a complexity dial. The complexity dial is independent and it goes to each area of those 4 buckets at the bottom. The complexity dial is, for example, I have 2 clients. Client number 1 and client number 2, they both wanted a Hampton Home passive certified house. And we're like, okay. And these are actually our clients. Client number 1, this is their facade. Client number 2 is the following. You don't need to be a builder, but side by side, we can immediately see that client number 2 requires more details. What does that mean? That means the complexity for their construction bucket, the complexity dial for their construction bucket has increased. I would need more money. So, for example, if we were to put equal percentages across all the buckets, just to make it easier for this example, right? Let's just equally percent. 25, 25, 25, 25 brings it to 100%, correct? Now, because the complexity in the construction of that Hampton design has increased, that means that 25% can no longer be 25%, it needs to be more. So I got 2 options to increase that bucket allowance or the budget there. Option 1 is we take from a neighboring bucket, couple of percentage, and put it into the construction bucket, right? So this could be from the selections or the landscaping. Option number 2 is we increase the master budget bucket, okay? And that's basically increasing your budget from $1 million. You might need to go to 1.1 or 1.2, doesn't matter. The point is, once you have that clarity, you're far better informed in making your decisions, in progressing forward, and actually achieving your dream home to exactly what you wanted without sort of going into stressful situations. And that's what it really boils down to. You can build with a custom home builder. You can build with a project home builder. It is essentially the same principle. 4 buckets, and they need to be supplied and funded by the main principal bucket. What you can affect is not the bucket, say so, but it's the complexity dial. The complexity dial is what you can turn up and turn down to allow you to achieve the outcomes you're after. So all in all, it's not straightforward. It is complex. That's how we approach it here at Marvel. It's always 4 buckets. We always allocate the right resources. So what you need to do to protect your dream home and to have what you want at the end of it and not be stressed is at design stage, whatever complexity dial you increase, the team has to be able to channel how that will impact the remaining 3 buckets, and then it cannot be discussed in silos. The moment they are discussed in silos, you've lost all control. Now, you might say, well, okay, that's a lot of specifications to kind of figure out at hello when you meet somebody. And you are correct. And it is a lot of time and it's not straightforward. That's what makes this space quite interesting for us because of the challenges it brings. What we do, you see right here behind me, I'm on one of my sites. It's a certified passive house build. What we do with all our clients, once we start designing and working with them, we bring them to one of our existing builds. They get to see the finishes, they get to see the selections. What I do to make things much simpler is that I incorporate the same choices to a degree into our contracts, into our design, into our thinking and planning. So when a client comes and visits one of our sites, they get to see some of the items. They know exactly what they are going to be expecting. The advantages as well, when we come to site and sort of, review things, that if your site is similar to this, then we can know exactly the construction costs you might be looking at. And because of that approach, it saves us time from trying to recalculate specifically for your project. It saves you time from trying to commit to anybody at hello, and as well as it's helping everybody in the space to actually achieve and do the right thing. That's pretty much it. So I hope that video has been beneficial. There will be a series of them where we call them site session tours or site sessions, where we dive deeper into longer format videos to help you build your dream home regardless who you're going to be going with. That's it for me, guys. I hope that was beneficial to help you in building your dream home. Just make sure to subscribe and click on the bell icon. It just helps to let YouTube algorithm know that we're making worthwhile content. See you on the next video.